First of all, the Earth is round. Our Earth is round. Full stop. But is the Earth in Skyrim also round? And that's what we're going to try to figure out today. Now, we can't just Google it and we will learn right away that, yeah, it is. But are we just going to believe everything that's on the internet? No, because believing in third parties is what stupid people do. So today we're going to do our own research to prove whether or not Skyrim has a flat Earth or not. But before we could do that, I need to do a quick lore dump. I know the Earth in Elder Scrolls isn't actually called Earth, although the word Earth can still be used in place of words like land or dirt. But the Earth in Elder Scrolls is actually called Nirn, and Nirn is located in Mundus, the mortal plane of existence, sort of like a galaxy. And Mundus is located in Erebus, aka the entire universe where all the other planes of existence are contained. Yeah, it's confusing. But not as confusing as the concept of a round Earth. I'm going to keep saying Earth instead of Nirn for the duration of this video, by the way. There are plenty of quick and easy experiments that we could do to determine that the Earth is round. Unfortunately, we're limited to the ones that we can replicate inside a video game that clearly takes place on a flat plane. But we can still give it the old college try. One of the easiest ways to observe around Earth in real life is to just watch a ship disappear over the horizon. But the only time a ship ever sets sail in-game is when you're on it, so we can't do that. But what we can do is even easier, and that's just look at the horizon. If you look at a wide horizon, say an ocean, the horizon is pretty set at where it is. Like, look, right there, that's the horizon. That's where the sky meets the ocean. But if you climb something high, say the Solitude Lighthouse, then you could suddenly see beyond the original horizon. That's because those parts of the Earth were previously concealed by the curvature of the Earth. And now you can see a lot more of it. Another way to observe around Earth is through shadows. For this method, you'll need a friend. But since we don't have any friends, we're just going to do the same thing twice. What you also need is a stick or something that you could put in the ground and measure the length of its shadow. We can't stick things in the ground in this game, but what we can do is spawn giants. Will you be my friend? So the first thing you do after you spawn the giant is measure its shadow. But there's no tape measure in the game, so the best we could do is just screenshot it. The next step is to head north in a straight line for as long as you can. Once you've reached an open area approximately on the same meridian, you gotta make sure this is the same time that you made the first measurement. Then spawn the giant in a new location and you'll notice that one of the shadows is longer. Okay, so this experiment doesn't work in-game, but that's because we've already established that the game is in fact flat. But just imagine if it did work, you know? Because this is the first way that the Earth's circumference was ever calculated back in the year 2040 BC by Eratosthenes. So if we were able to actually recreate that experiment in a video game, it would have been pretty wild. But there is another way that you could use shadows to observe around Earth that does work in the game. You just have to wait until nighttime. Some of the easiest evidence around Earth you can see just by looking up, as long as there are no clouds. The moon is more than just a thing that turns men to beasts, or a thing for the Khajiits to worship. It's also a mirror in a way. The way it works is the Earth passes between the moon, or in this case moons, and the sun. So then the sun projects the Earth's shadow onto the moon, giving it that waxing or waning look. If the Earth was flat, it would look more like this sometimes. And none of the moon cycles look like this in Skyrim. I know because I recorded them all. So, is Nirn flat? No. You're just playing on a flat segment of it. Really, the best proof of around Earth are photos taken from space. But obviously that isn't a thing in Skyrim. The best thing that we have are in-game orreries, maps, and globes that support that they have already figured out that Nirn is round. How did they figure it out? We may never know. But it was probably the frickin' Dwemer. It's just confusing because Mundus is called a mortal plane. Also, Mundus is geocentric, not heliocentric, which begs the question, What is the sun? Well, it's not a sun. It's literally a Terran reality between Mundus and Aetherius, which is like another all-encompassing layer of Erebus. This giant hole in the sky has a name. It's Magnus. I ain't talking about the chess player. I'm talking about the god of magic. And that makes it the main source of magicka to the entire world. Because this giant sentient whole thing provides Mundus with a constant flow of magicka from Aetherius, which is like where magic comes from. So, if Pete Holmes thinks that our universe makes no fucking sense, good luck.
That makes no fucking sense!
So, TLDR. Is the Skyrim Earth flat? No. The game is flat. Duh. Nirn is a round planet, just like ours. But unlike ours, it is in the center of a geocentric system, when we are in a heliocentric system, because we revolve around our version of the greatest chess player to ever live. At the beginning of this video, I thought I would need more science knowledge to understand what's going on in this video. But I was wrong, and what I actually need are some mushrooms or acid or something. Don't do drugs. I don't know who came up with this stuff, but whoever did, they must have been on some when they did. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'm sure you have more questions than answers now, but thanks for sticking around, and take care.